Welcome back to Giant Monster Games! I'm Adrian, and we are playing some Death and Taxes today. This is an okay opening hand. I mean, I think this is a really good opening hand, actually. It's a nice thing about playing Death and Taxes, is it has such a low mana curve, you can keep almost every single hand. There's almost never a bad hand. So, let's run out some planes. And then, I think Thraben Inspector is technically a... nah, we're gonna go with Militant. With Militant. I know Thraben Inspector we can realistically get a artifact that'll give us some draw, but I think playing this guy and swinging in for 2 potentially next turn is probably a better bet. I like that a little bit better. You know, swinging in for some more damage is, in my mind, a little bit better. Thraben Inspector, I know, again, we could get some card draw. What is this? Quest for the Holy Relic. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you may put a counter on it, remove 5 counters from it, search your library for an equipment card, put it into the battlefield, attached to a creature you control. Okay. Not really sure what we're playing, but that's something to note. we should deal something with that. We should do something with that. Well, for starters, let's make it so our opponent can't search. I think we're gonna attack first, though. So we're gonna go to combat, swing for 2. 2 is always nice. Go to second main phase, play Leonin Arbiter. This is the plan. This is what we're going to do, just to prevent our opponent from potentially searching up stuff. Obviously, this is a little ways away, and he's not going to be searching up for his equipment yet. He may be playing, I wonder if he's playing the White Equipment Cats deck. There is a cool Equipment Cat deck I've seen running around. Obviously, well, I mean, we're playing in the, tournament practice area, so probably not, but you never know. Okay, throwing this guy down, ship it to our opponent's turn. That's all we're doing on our turn. And let's see what our opponent thinks. Let's see what our opponent thinks at this point here. So I'm assuming there's gonna have a 2-drop equipment related creature. There's a bunch of them. Most of them are cats, and we're gonna find out right now. If not, it may be some other thing. Maybe some other kind of deck running around. Okay, so hold on. This is Kor. Whenever it enters the battlefield, return a permanent you control to its owner's hand. Okay. So what is he returning? I guess he has to return a planes to his hand? That's weird. Okay. Maybe this is a deck that I don't know. I'm just gonna think of what synergizes with this. I mean, this would be really good if he had Thraben Inspector and this guy. But he has to return something to his hand, so that's doesn't seem amazing. Well, unfortunately we can't swing in and not lose on the trade here. So I think at this point what do? I think we toss down a planes and then run out a Thraben Inspector and then aim to crack that artifact on our opponent's turn. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing, just to get an extra card draw. Hopefully get something else. At no point doing it on our turn, we can hold up, though we may have something else to blow up things. If he attacks in, we're going to swing with more damage next turn, so I don't think our opponent's going to do a whole lot with this guy. Yet, that is. And again, I mean, this thing doesn't really help him out right now. So he's going to play another one. Does our opponent realize he can't search libraries? I mean, unless he has, oh, Signal Pest. Signal Pest is a thing. Okay. So it's like a weird mono-white equipment deck thing, I guess. Because, I mean, realistically, he can throw some equipment on his Skyfisher. I mean, that seems pretty solid. Pretty solid for our opponent, that's for sure. I mean, because, he's right now it's a 2-2 or 2-3. If you can throw equipment on it, it can easily become a 4-5 or 6-5 or more, something like this. Things, they become big. Okay, let's crack our clue. It's morning, okay, guys? Calm down. It's morning. I always play in the morning, and we draw planes, which is not that amazing for us. We draw another planes. Well, at this point, we can what? If we swing it with everything, we can flash in Resto Angel, and save things theoretically. I wonder if it's worth it, though. I don't think it is. I think, if anything, it's actually... If anything, I think we should have played... Oh, Field of Ruin. So, Field of Ruin, actually, someone pointed this out. I'm going to ship to our opponent's turn. Oh, should I? Yeah, we'll ship to our opponent's turn. Someone actually pointed out that Field of Ruin is actually not that good in this deck because it can only destroy non-basic lands. Which I totally didn't realize when I was building this deck. I was like, oh, this is fantastic. So, against a deck like we're playing right now, it literally does nothing. It doesn't do anything. So, yeah. Which is unfortunate. I mean, I wish it did more, but it doesn't. And what does our opponent got going on now? Again, these things don't really help out because they can't search a library unless they pay 2. So that is going to handicap our opponent a little bit. Hopefully they'll play something bigger. Well, by bigger I mean something that we can... what do we got here? Enter the battlefield, return a creature you control to its own hand. Okay, so he's getting value off of flickering creatures, which is how he's trying to trigger these guys. I guess that's kind of the idea, is he, like, plays something and then replays it and keeps triggering these guys really quickly. But, again, he can't search his library unless he pays 2, so... Hold on, is this a you may? Remove 5 counters from it, search... Oh, so he can wait, blow up Leonin Arbiter, and then do the search on these things. So he doesn't have to do it as soon as it cracks. It doesn't, like, have counters on it and then does its thing. He can actually wait, which is good for him, I guess. Good for our opponent. Opponent throws in, yeah, so he's going to just replay Signal Pest. Which is fine. At this point, well, let's wait in to see if our opponent decides he's going to swing with his Skyfisher. I'd really love it if our opponent says, I'm going to swing in for 2 damage, I can soak some damage, and then we play a Resto. This would be ideal for us. I don't think it's going to happen. Hey! So we're playing against someone that is a fan because they are saying, hi, YouTube. I'll let them know I'm recording right now. I am recording. So we are playing against a fan of the channel. That's pretty awesome. Okay, always fun. Something I'm going to be doing, just for the record. So probably starting in a week or 2, now that, because I have a Patreon page now set up if you have been paying attention. I am going to actually be sharing the times at which I'm going to be doing recording. So people that are interested can actually show up and actually become people that I'm playing against. So that'll be, I think, a little bit funner than always. What are we going to flicker, by the way? What do I want to flicker? I think we just flickered the Thraben Inspector. So yeah. So welcome. What is this? What is this? Poexen? Pokesen? I'm going to say, hey, Pokesen, leave a comment in the video if you see that you are now playing against me. And yes, we're going to flicker. Sorry. So this is what is going on. We had a clue, which is good. Go to our turn. And let's see. We get a Blade Splicer, which is actually really, really good in this scenario. We need to be able to... Can we just... The thing is, if we throw the Field of Ruin, we play Dryad Militant, next turn we can actually start getting like value off of Sea Gate's Wreckage, which is pretty rad. So I think what we do, we throw out Field of Ruin, we toss out... Do we toss out the Blade Splicer? I think we go to combat, swing in with Resto Angel right now. So swinging in for 3 in the air. Our opponent, I don't think, is going to block. He might block. I don't think he's going to block. He's probably going to try and search up. He's going to try, hopefully, blow up Leonin Arbiter and then search up stuff, which would be my guess. We, on the other hand, are going to toss down a Blade Splicer. And then we're going to throw in another Dryad Militant. And we get an awesome artifact creature token. This would be actually like the best target for us to have flickered, obviously. But we didn't have it in play, so we didn't even have it in our hand at the time. So we did not flicker it. We could have flickered it, though. And then ship it to our opponent's turn, see if they have any action. If they do have action, cool for them. If they don't, we actually are going to start getting some card draw. And start swinging in for a lot more damage. Which is cool for me. I'm okay with that. I am completely okay with that. Okay. I think this is the Equipment Cat deck that I've seen floating around a little bit. Pretty funny. Pretty funny deck indeed. Mind you, Kor Spirit, this guy's not really a cat. But this guy's a cat. So there's like, some cat synergies in there. There's a bunch of other cats that do cool cat things as well. What exactly a cat thing is, I'm not 100% sure. I think it's just the fact that there's a bunch of cards that are cats that do... Oh, cool. So, our opponent has stuff up. I think what we need to do is we need to throw out the Arbiter. Throw the Arbiter. And then I think we need to just go to combat. And we can always draw for this guy, which we'll aim to do on our opponent's turn. So we swing in with the 3/3 first strike. We swing in with the Flyer. And do we swing with the Militants? If I swing in with both Militants, I think that's actually a good idea. Yeah, because if he blocks one of them, he can block with either of these guys, kills it. So basically he's going to probably block one of the Militants with his Firewalker guy. Skyfisher, I mean. Not Firewalker, Skyfisher. They are both Kor, as in they're both a specific type of creature. Kor is a creature type. So he's going to chump the Resto Angel. Neat. I think that's a good idea. And let's see what else he decides he wants to do. I'm assuming if he had a Path to Exile or something in his hand, he would have already played it. That would be my guess. But I guess maybe that's not what's happening. He doesn't have it, so... Okay, so there we go. The other option we could do... Oh, he's going to play something. Oh, he's going to play another Cat with Flash. I think we are going to crack this clue. And hopefully, we're going to see... Do we draw... Oh, draw Spirit of Labyrinth. Not quite what we wanted. It's fine, though. It's fine. We can play in our second main phase. I'm okay with that. So he's going to play another white line. And he's probably going to just flicker his white line, I'm assuming. Or flicker his Skyfisher. That would be my guess. And he's going to return... By flicker, I mean return to his hand. He's not actually flickering it. He's just returning it to his hand. So what does he target? Okay, Skyfisher goes away. So he takes 5 damage. Which is cool. Cool for us, I mean, at least. Not so cool for our opponent. And then we're going to play Spirit of Labyrinth and then ship it to our opponent's turn. I need to play a little bit faster. I realize I'm not playing very fast. So let's speed this up a little bit. So Spirit of Labyrinth for 2, ship it to our opponent's turn, and to go. Opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn, which they're not really drawing extra cards. We're the ones that are kind of aiming to draw extra cards, which is okay. I mean, again, we can use Sea Gate Wreckage. Sea Gate Wreckage? Yeah, Sea Gate Wreckage. We can use this on our opponent's turn to draw cards. Oh, so our opponent is going to pay the mana. Does he pay mana? He has to pay 4. He's literally going to tap himself out. Pay 4? Pay 4? I wonder if our opponent didn't realize that he has to pay because of Leonin Arbiter. I think this is what's happened. Oh, it didn't give him the option to pay. That is odd. Huh. It should have given him the option to pay. Any player may pay 4 more to ignore this effect until end of turn. I wonder if it's... I don't know. I'm not sure. Apparently our opponent wasn't allowed to pay for Leonin Arbiter. I wonder if it's you actually need to... opponent's going to scoop up. Looks like we're going to sideboard. Okay, well, I mean, that's an unfortunate thing, but it's something that does happen. So we're playing against an Equipment Cats deck, which means I'm assuming there's going to be a bunch more equipment in there. So, Sundering Growth comes in. Pretty simple. I'm really tempted to put in... I think that's it, actually. So I think that's all we need. We can actually take out 2 Militants. I mean, they're good beaters, but they're not going to be awesome in this exact matchup. And also the Wingmares can come out. Bam! Easy sideboard options. I realize that I don't actually have, well, for the record, for anyone that may notice, I have Day of Judgment in here because I realized that I don't actually have Dawn Dusk. I didn't grab it when I was buying the deck. So I put these in as kind of a super not really very good relevant or at all sideboard option. So they're there to fill out the sideboard if I need something that's similar because I don't have time to go and buy those new cards. This is a really bad opening hand. I do not want to keep that. This is not a whole lot better, but it is marginally better. We're going to keep it. I didn't want to keep the other one because Spirit of Labyrinth just handicaps in this situation and this matchup. It handicaps us more than it handicaps our opponent. So, yeah. And Mindcensor can be put on top of my library. Hey, good luck, opponent. Good luck indeed. Okay, man, quest for the Holy Relic comes right off the top right away. Which is good. It's good. I'm glad he's getting this out quick. We're going to throw down the planes and ship it to our opponent's turn. And we're probably going to aim to path whatever he plays. Because I don't really want to wait to turn 3 to play the Mindcensor. So I did a bunch of reading up on Death and Taxes. After I posted this deck, there's a bunch of people that posted some stuff. So I was like, hey, I'm interested in finding out what more. And people actually say that running 4 Mindcensor is not the best option, apparently. Apparently, the fact that it is 3 mana to make your opponent dig 4 deep is really not as relevant as it could be. that there's a bunch of other cards that are a little bit better. Running 2 of them is like the ideal thing, but I mean, I've enjoyed running 4 because I want my opponent not to search for stuff. So pathing the Arbiter does not sound like a good idea either to me. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I think we just run it back. We need to really get the Blade Splicer in play, and then we need to get Sundering Growth to blow up this guy. This is what we're gonna aim to do. This is the plan. This is the plan right now. So basically, yeah, I mean that's the plan. I'm not really sure why. I'm not really sure why I'm just repeating myself. It's one of those things where like sometimes I'm really good at giving commentary. I'm like, hey, we can talk about this and we can talk about this, and other times I'm just like, let me just repeat myself like 7 times, which is less exciting for me and you, I'm sure. So I think we throw down Blade Splicer. I think that's what we do. We throw down Blade Splicer, then we're going to populate and blow up. This is also really painful in this deck. So, yeah. White creature costs 1 less to cast. White creatures you control cost 1 less to cast, and creature spells, you gain a 1/1. You basically going to start getting tokens, is what happens. Which, for us, is not very fun. For him, is fun. Because his deck already... Well, his deck doesn't have a ton of expensive stuff in it already. But, I mean, paying 1 mana to play something rather than 2 mana to play something is a lot faster, a lot better. So, again, example. So in this case, he just paid 1 mana and got a 1/1 warrior token, his flyer guy, and additionally, yeah, and he put a counter on this quest as well. So that's pretty annoying. That's some super value right there. I feel like I should make this deck. This deck looks awesome, actually. This is mono white. Mind you, we just made a mono white deck. Mono white Death and Taxes as well. So just keep this deck in mind. So if you are seeing this, the player we're playing against, what was it? Poexen? Send me your deck list. I'm interested in seeing your deck list. I would be interested in potentially making it. Enters battlefield, you may return any number of permanents. That's neat. That's super neat. Very neatest. I just realized that Sundering Growth, we don't have the 2nd white mana. We only have a single plains. Which is not very exciting for us. Not very good. Not very good at all. And he needs, what, 5? So he needs to play 1 more creature. He might be able to do it. There's the plains. So we have 2 options. The first one is we blow this up. Maybe a good idea. The second one being we play Mindcensor. Also not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. What is the better bet, though? We need to get rid of this thing. This is one of the things we need to do. We also need blockers. So we could, in theory, Sundering Growth this, play the Thraben Inspector, and potentially path stuff. I think that's where we're going to go. I think this is the line of play we're going to go with here. So let's go like this right now. Oh, I can't do any of these things. Cancel that. Cancel this. Back this up. Back this up. Because I only have 2 white mana, so I can't play all 4 of these cards. At best, I'm going to play Sundering Growth and nothing, or I'm going to play Mindcensor and Path other stuff. Maybe that's actually the better play. And we have to play Mindcensor now, because once the trigger's on the stack... Well, I mean, this trigger... Actually, maybe we don't need to play it now. So many other lines of play. I think what we do is we... We go to combat. What we're going to do is we're going to go to... do I go to combat? I really want to swing with the Golem. Because either... Actually, no, we have to hold the Golem up in case he decides he's going to swing at stuff and we actually have blockers. So I think we just go to second main phase, play Mindcensor, holding up Path. I guess. I think this is the only real way to go. Yeah, I think that's the way it is. We go this way. And then we hold up Path, and we're able to aim to Path probably whatever he decides he's going to. Because this is put it onto a battlefield attached to a creature you control. So it's not even target creature, it's just a creature. That's neat. And I'm sure it's like Sword of Fire and Ice or Sword of Fire and Ice. There's probably one of the swords he's going to aim to grab at this thing. That's what I'm assuming. So we will be aiming to path something. Likely going to path his Sky Fisher guy because it's flying and we don't have real good flying at this point. So our opponent is going to cracks the clue on their turn. That's neat. Okay. That's a thing that happens sometimes. And do they attack in? I don't think they do. There's no point in them burning off a bunch of creatures. Doesn't make any sense. And they are going to swing in with the Fisher. And I think we're just going to path it straight away. So pathing their Fisher, Sky Fisher, and they're playing Lion in response. I should have saw that coming. I feel like I walked straight into that. That is like punt worthy right there. Neat. Fun times. Oh well, too late. It happens. Things like this happen. The thing is, we still have the Mindcensor in play. So he's obviously going to bounce the Skyfisher. So we still have a Mindcensor in play, so if he's going to search, he's only going to search 4 deep. But we lose a lot of value off our path. Unfortunate for us, but it is a thing that happens. He's probably just going to replay. We should probably throw. Do we have Ratchet Bomb in the sideboard? I don't think we do. We don't have Ratchet Bomb in the sideboard. Ratchet Bomb is in the sideboard of the upgraded version, which is definitely a card we would want in this matchup. Getting rid of these white weenies is something we would want to do. I should probably set these to always yield. I'm okay. I know that counters are being put on these things. Yes. Realistically, I can just pass my turn, to be honest, as well. That's the other thing I can be doing. So, board state for our opponent is getting out of control. At this point, though, I think we... What do we do? Play Thraben Inspector. We also can play Resto Angel, which is also good. I think what we do is we run down the Thraben Inspector, which is good. Blowing up his lands also, by the way, I mean, using Ghost Code to blow up his lands is not a very good option at this exact point. Largely because he doesn't need a ton of mana. He has, like, his spells are already cheaper. He's only playing, like, 1-drops for the most part at this point, so I think this is the way we go. And then I think we ship it to our opponent's turn, because we're going to aim to Resto Angel on our opponent's turn and flicker. Do I swing at this guy, actually? Maybe this is what I do. He doesn't have anything super relevant, so might as well swing in with the Golem. Bait our opponent. He'll probably just take the 3 damage. Because we have First Strike. Taking the 3 damage is probably perfectly fine for him. I don't see why he would want to block. And then we're going to aim to Resto Angel, flickering Blade Splicer to get an extra Golem anyways next turn. On our opponent's turn. I wish there was a pass to end step. I keep stopping our opponent's draw as well. I wish there was a pass to end step. Like, you can tell it to stop on your opponent's end step, but if you, like, there's no key that allows you just to skip to your opponent's end step. So he's going to path that guy, which is fine. We're not going to get value off of Blade Splicer at this point. So unless he has double path, then we're fine. Oh. Okay, so I see what's going to happen. So he was aiming to path this guy to get rid of it. But what's going to end up happening is we are going to play Resto Angel, flicker this guy. While this guy is on the stack being flickered, or coming back into play, I should say, he's going to then crack this to get his artifact, whatever he wants. So he's aiming to draw. I mean, again, our opponent draws a second path. That's super funny. Well, okay. I mean, our opponent still could have drawn. I mean, this isn't the end of the world. Yes. Might as well go and get a Plains off of it. Super funny, though. Restoration Angel comes in. Might as well flicker the Blade Splicer. Nice thing about Restoration Angel is you choose the target once it comes into play, not when you cast it. So we didn't lose value off of our Restoration Angel. We definitely did lose our guy that we would have wanted, but we didn't lose value. So we still get Blade Splicers. And our opponent fetches up, what is this? Creature gets 6/6. When it attacks, destroy target permanent. That's scary. That is super scary. He's gonna blow up probably. Well, what does our opponent blow up? Realistically, what does our opponent blow up? Probably the Restoration Angel, I would guess. Probably the best bet. We really needed to leave up mana for this thing. So opponent's gonna swing in, probably blow up Restoration Angel. Either that or blow up Blade Splicer. Blade Splicer is actually maybe the better bet for opponent. No, he's gonna blow up Restoration Angel. So we don't have a blocker. We're going to take 8 damage. But we are going to blow up that blow up that artifact. I can't have that. We can't have that. This is not going to work. That doesn't work. It's not worth it for us. So what do I think? We can play both of these. We have enough mana to play literally both of these guys. So I think at this point, do we swing in with everything? If our opponent, well, our opponent has what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we can swing in with everything. Well, not with everything, with our 2 golems. So we're going to swing in both these guys. Swinging for days. Swing, swing. Opponent probably won't block anything. Oh, he's going to chump block with his soldiers. That's perfectly fine by me. I'm okay with that. Okay. Those things go away. We ship it to our opponent's turn now. And we're going to aim to play Sundering Growth. And, oh, he's actually changing the order in which he's doing stuff. He may have a line in his hand. Another one. Does he? He does. So at this point, what do we do? We can just let him do this. That's fine. I don't really want. Whenever it is battlefield, you return to Burrenton. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think it's fine. So he's gonna bounce this guy, and I mean, blowing up the monument would have been nice, but realistically, we need to blow up this artifact. So yeah, and I think we actually have to blow it up. Oh, I realized we have to blow it up before. Might as well blow it up right now. The reason why I have to blow it up now is because if he goes to combat, when he swings in, this trigger is put on the stack. So putting the trigger on the stack immediately, which means he still gets to destroy something, and we don't really get. And create a copy of a token, we're going to create another golem. Okay. We are getting to a good spot. We have a lot of golems right now. And our opponent plays an Honor the Pure. That is not fun. Not fun for us. Not fun for us at all. The nice thing is we do have First Strike, so if he does just swing in with everything, we can still block a ton of stuff with all of our awesome golems. I'm assuming he attacks in with most everything. That's fine. Oh, these guys have Vigilance as well? Dang. That's awesome. Oh my god, I'm skipping. I totally have... That's really annoying. I don't like that at all. Okay, well, what we do, we go... Golem blocking Thraben Inspector, I guess. Or that guy. Blade Splicer blocking here. We need to stop skipping, because we should have actually played Restoration Angel to block something else and get into Golem. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We actually die because of my... because of it. Which is super duper annoying. I don't think we don't actually die, we just almost die. So... that's super annoying. Note to self, guys. Skipping keys to play faster isn't always the best way to go. So we still, what, take 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're down to 2. Yeah, we're going to use Restoration Angel's ability. Which is good. We now have a bunch of golems. Bunch of golems indeed. Thraben Inspector is going to die, which is fine. And our opponent has 1 card in hand. Obviously not a bolt card, but he's going to create more soldiers. Ratchet Bomb would be really nice right now. Okay. Skip to our turn. Misplay there. Punt number 7 or something like this now, I'm sure. We need to not draw planes. That's what we need to not do. Well, let's crack the clue. Let's see what we draw. Hopefully draw something relevant. That is not relevant. Well, I mean, it's nice, but it's not relevant. Can I win right now? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I cannot win right now. Not even a little bit. We can play Spirit of Labyrinth, preventing people from drawing more cards, which isn't really affecting either of us. And to have 1 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that is going to go to sideboard. Let's just concede. GG, opponent. Concede game. GG. Because we were one short in sideboarding. Okay. That was annoying. What do we bring in? Is there anything else we can bring in? Day of Judgment, obviously, we can bring in to blow up stuff, but I don't know if we... It doesn't really work for us. I think we literally run it back the way it is. And just hope that we draw into more Sundering Growths. Okay, well, let's see how this game goes. This is running long. One of those longer games you guys enjoy, which is good. I enjoy longer games as well. So let's see if we can pull this out against the... I'm going to call it the Equipment Cats deck. I'm still referring to this as Equipment Cats, even though I don't think it's actually Equipment Cats. It's like... I'm not even sure what the name of the deck is. I don't even know what we're actually theoretically playing against. Alright, we're going to play first. Good luck to our opponent. This is a decent opening hand. Turn 1 Thraben Inspector, getting some interesting stuff down. Field Ruin doesn't really do anything for us. But turn 1 Thraben Inspector, yeah, not amazing opening hand, but it's keepable. I think we go like a so. And ship it to our opponent's turn. And see what they have to do. So we need to, our game plan, really for this game, is going to be try and slow our opponent down. Militant doesn't really do anything for us either. So it's really going to be a slow our opponent down thing. Go to combat, swing for 1, play Militant, go? I think that's really the plan at this point. I don't really see other lines of play because this is turn 2. Okay, I think... Let's play the other planes. The other option, theoretically, is also crack, clue, draw extra card, but I don't think that's what we need to do right now. I think getting another beater on the table and trying to race him early game is going to be better. I think that's the better line of play for us, to be honest. Because, I mean, once we get to the late game, he has so much synergy with, like, the temple and getting extra creatures, especially once he gets Honor the Pure in the play. Ugh, super duper hard. Super hard. So he gets the flyer in, which is annoying. Arbiter is nice, but is it worth playing? Obviously, we can't swing it with either of these guys, otherwise we lose them, so we can play a Ghost Quarter. Do I Ghost Quarter? I don't. I do not Ghost Quarter. I think we... I think we just go to our opponent's turn. I think this is what we do. No attacking. Go to our opponent's turn, and I'm pretty sure what we're going to end up doing is just flashing in the Mindcensor. White creatures get get +1. No. What we're going to do is we're actually going to crack the clue and draw a card. Yeah, that's what we have to do, because we need to be able to get rid of Honor the Pure. We can't Sundering Growth, that will do it. We just can't have his creatures getting bigger. That's not a thing. Well, it is a thing, and it's a thing that I don't want to deal with, is what I'm saying. So we're gonna have to blow up that. So Field of Ruin. Obviously Sundering Growth would be a lot better if we had other stuff in play. Like, we're not gonna get value off of the Populate, unfortunately. Well, we could by literally playing Field of Ruin, or playing... I have 4 mana. I could, in theory, Thraben Inspector. Yeah, I think we're gonna go that way, guys. So here's a really weird line of play for you guys to see. So we are going to play Thraben Inspector, which is cool. It's okay. And then we're gonna ship it to our opponent's turn, because I want to get another clue, because I want to get some extra card draw. And our opponent's not searching right now, so there's no point. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our opponent's turn. We're going to then Ghost Quarter our planes that is tapped, and then play Sundering Growth to blow up his Honor the Pure. And actually, I kind of want to do this now, because he might just, the Lion actually will return Honor the Pure. So I think we go that way. I'm not going to attack him with anything. Go to second main phase. Oh god! Okay, well, we'll do it in response to him playing something. I should have done that on my turn. Should have done it on my turn. What we're going to do, yeah, so that's the thing. We're going to Ghost Quarter, blowing up our land to get another Plains, to play Sundering Growth to blow up his Honor the Pure. This is the line of play we're going to go with. This is the line of play. But we need to do it in response to him playing something. Otherwise, he may be able to play the Lion, which I don't know the Lion. It's either a creature or it's a permanent. I'm pretty sure it's a permanent you control, similar to the Skyfisher, where he can then just return Honor the Pure once we target it. Which doesn't work for us, because we want to get rid of it, not just have it go back to our opponent's hand for a turn. We're not trying to slow our opponent's tempo in that way. We're actually trying to stop our opponent from doing what they want to do. Okay, so is he attacking in? He is attacking in. That's neat. Do we have any way of stopping that? Theoretically, I can play Mindcensor, but I don't really want to. So the answer is going to be... The answer is going to be what? I think the answer is going to be... Tap for this. Sacrifice. A Plains. We don't have a Mindcensor in place, we don't have the Arbiter in place, so we can actually search up something. So we're going to search up Plains. Tap the other Plains. Tapping Plains, playing Sundering Growth, blowing up the artifact. Populate is going to be on the clue. This is assuming our opponent doesn't have the... Again, if our opponent has a line and can flash it, he doesn't. Ooh. Or the line can't target it. One of the two. I should actually open these graveyards for you guys as well. And... Hold on, cancel? Hold on, why didn't I get a populate? Why didn't I populate? Hold on, is it target creature? Populate, create a token of copy of a creature token. Well, that's the thing that happens. And I'm playing way too slow here. So, go to our turn. I'm at 4 minutes. I'm at 5 minutes here. Okay, we have Path, which is nice. So it's going to be Arbiter. Yep. Go to combat, swing with everything. Swing with everything. I'm just not used to playing Death and Taxes so much, so it's a lot of extra thinking. I'm like, oh, I should do this. Can I do this? What's the best line to play? Attack with everything. And then ship it to our opponent's turn, and we're going to aim to Path our opponent's Skyfisher on their turn, especially in response to them playing something. Yeah. Skyfisher goes away. Tapping. You're so slow today. So he's gonna probably just jump block something. He paths our Arbiter. That's super funny. Yes, we're gonna go fetch up a land. That's super funny. Okay. Okay. So our opponent also gets a land, which is nice for him. And when this enters the battlefield, hold on, we can actually read it right now. Enter the battlefield, return target creature. So he has to return the line himself. So he literally just time walked himself. Well, not time walked. He just played the line and then had to put it back in his hand. So he actually needs to have something else in play in order to actually play line, which is actually kind of funny. Super funny, actually. Sea Gate Wreckage. Go to combat, swing with everything. 1, 2, 3. We can actually play attack with all creatures. And then go to our opponent's plays. We're going to play Mindcensor on our opponent's turn, and we're also going to crack this glue on our opponent's turn. Oh, opponent decides he's doing something or other. 4 mana. What is 4 mana? That is instant speed. What is 4 mana and instant speed? This is the question of the day. Blessed Alliance. Target creature. Target opponent sacrifices an attacking creature. Huh. Okay, well. We sacrifice a Thraben Inspector, I guess. That's fine. Sacrifice creature, Thraben Inspector. And we're actually going to crack this clue on our turn. I think. Yeah. So our opponent takes 3. We are going to crack a clue and then ship it to our opponent's turn. Cracking the clue. Crack a clue. My MTGO is really slow today, which is annoying. Planes. Okay, ship it to our opponent's turn. We're going to play Aven Mindcensor on our opponent's turn. Hopefully in response to them playing something that allows them to search their library, which I'm assuming won't happen. Sure. Mindcensor. In response. Good. Go. So he's now going to be trying to do the fetching, searching thing again. We gotta play faster. This is like the worst thing I do. I'm just like such a oh, I could do this, and I start talking and chatting, and next thing you know, I'm like just wasting all of my time. Go to combat, swing with everything. Attack with everything. Attack with all creatures. Okay. Ship it to our opponent's turn. Again, if we didn't have the planes in play, we could actually probably have gotten a draw off of Sea Gate's Wreckage as well. The White Lion. Okay, well, that's the thing. So he has to flicker himself. He's gonna get extra value off of the off of this thing though, which is nice because he can play it like twice, 2 counters on it right away, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool. And skipping through our opponent's turn, probably just gonna play Mindcensor in response to just anything. So opponent skips through their turn. Sure. Mindcensor again, which is fun. Fun for me. And see if our opponent can get any value. I mean, our opponent is literally looking for something else, I'm assuming, to play. I mean, they have tons of mana. I'm not sure why they're not playing something. It's a dangerous game that our opponent is playing. Small values off of everything. Again, the fun thing about this deck is the fact that you can just prevent your opponent from doing a lot of the things they probably want to be doing, such as searching stuff, drawing extra cards, having sorceries in their graveyard. Actually, close this. Close ours as well. And that is absolutely not what we wanted. We did not want to do that. We did not want to get another planes. Could actually probably lose a land out of here now that I'm noticing, because we have way too many lands. We have enough a little bit of draw, and our mana curve is really low. So he's going to path. Yes. Alright, well, go to our opponent's turn. And opponent takes, what, 5 damage. Unless he has another path. No, he's going to line twice. What's going to happen? And we are auto-passing, so I'm not actually aiming to waste my clock. Doing pretty good. I mean, 2 minutes. Getting faster all the time. It'd be so much nicer if I didn't draw a land last turn, because then we could have actually Sea Gate's Wreckage to gain a little bit of extra value off the stuff. Nyeh. Too late. Unfortunate. That's the way it goes. So he needs to be able to path the second Mindcensor. Oh, that's interesting. Oh no, that doesn't work. I was like, that's cool. If he plays double line, then he can target the other one. But then the trigger's still in the stack, so he has to target one of them anyways. Okay, our opponent's turn. We are gonna ship it through our opponent's turn as well. Save some time. So he plays Thraben Inspector. A good card. It's a good card to play. He realistically can still crack his quest for Holy Relic and quest for the Holy Relic and just search 4 cards deep. Not very efficient, not necessarily the best way of actually trying to draw cards. At this point as well, he can also play Lion, bounce Thraben Inspector, play Thraben Inspector, which is not a terrible idea. Unfortunately, he probably wants to keep... Ooh, that's fun. So I think what we do is we are going to path his Lion as soon as he plays it. Is that what we do? I think that's what we do. Attack with all creatures. Actually, I think what we do is we path... Do we path Thraben Inspector? I think we do. We path Thraben Inspector. So it forces him to play Lion. Should have actually done that before. Force him to play Lion right now. And then we are going to draw cards. Draw cards, we draw a land. Ship it to our opponent's turn. We're not doing anything else. Not doing anything else. Okay, so he plays Lion. He has to bounce Thraben Inspector. Keeps Lion in play, which is fine. He goes down to 3, which means we're not dead yet. Oh, he's not dead yet, I should say. And yeah. And we already played a land this turn, so we couldn't play the other Field of Ruin, unfortunately. Thraben Inspector, getting all of his triggers. He's getting tokens now. So we have 2 turns in the air if our opponent can't stop us. Which, he has 3 cards in hand. We know he has flying creatures in the deck. We know he has a flying creature... No, he doesn't have a flying creature with flash. So he actually has to play the flying guy now. Or he has to have another path in hand, which is completely possible. So swinging for 2. No, he decides not to, which is fair. I wouldn't swing in either if I was in his situation. Okay. I think we attack with everything. Do we attack with everything? No, we just attack with the bird. And then ship it to our opponent's turn. I'm assuming he has no blocks. We're going to play Restoration Angel on his turn. Probably playing Thraben Inspector, or flickering Thraben Inspector. And our opponent does what? He taps land, doesn't do anything. Okay, well, fair enough. So we're going to be probably Restoration Angel on his end step, along with Sea Gate Wreckage. Oh, Sky Hussar. That's super funny. Actually, a little bit of draw for tapping some creatures. It's pretty funny. And our opponent decides to tap out for what? I mean, having another Flickerwisp, having the extra 2 Flickerwisps in this deck actually would be really good. The more I see it, the more I'm like, oh, Flickerwisp could have just got rid of some of these things, which would be handy. So he's searching 4 cards deep for an answer, is what's happening here. Does he find it? He does not find it. Fail to find. Ouch. He does get an Honor the Pure, which is, I think, a little too late. Another Thraben Inspector. Again, we have flyers. We have answers in the air, so I'm not too concerned. So, crack the clue, hopefully find more. Yep. Does he find an answer? Does he find an answer? This is like literally the moment. It's like, our opponent finds answer or our opponent loses. Opponent needs to find an answer for Aven Mindcensor. Does our opponent have it? We're going to go to end step and find out. So, Restoration Angel. 4. Flickering Thraben Inspector. We're going to draw 2 cards right now as well, so what's going to happen? Because we're going to flicker the Thraben Inspector. And then we're also going to do Sea Gate's Wreckage, and we're going to crack that clue right away. Draw a card. GG. Opponent called it. GG. Opponent does not have an answer, which is awesome for us. Alright, well, we'll wait for our opponent to concede. So there we go. Thanks for watching. This has been a really good game. Thanks for playing, whoever you are. Again, leave a comment in the comment section below. This has been Adrian. This is Giant Monster Games. Thanks for gaming like a giant monster and watching Giant Monster Games. Thanks for watching the videos here on Giant Monster Games. If you want to support the channel directly, we now have a Patreon page which you can go and become part of the broader Giant Monster Games community. Additionally, if you want to see some other awesome videos, you can click right here or right here.